friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be my Christmas historical fiction recommendation video. I might make another video of different Christmas recommendations for romance and possibly fantasy, but for right now this video is going to focus purely on Christmas historical fiction recommendations. So let's get started. My first recommendation is going to be Once Upon a Wardrobe. This is by Patty Callahan, and I picked this up at Ollie's and it may still be there, so definitely check it out. But this one is a Christian historical fiction and it focuses on C.S. Lewis and his writing for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It says that it's answering where Narnia comes from. Megs goes to Oxford, dreams of solving the greatest mysteries of physics. She prefers the dependability of facts, except for one. The younger brother she loves with all her heart doesn't have long to live. When George becomes captivated by a brand new series, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and begs her to find out where Narnia came from, there's no way she can refuse. Despite her timidity about approaching the famous author, Meg soon finds herself tea with Oxford, Dunn and his brother imploring them for answers. What she receives instead are more stories of Jack Lewis's life, which she takes home to George. Why won't Mr. Lewis just tell her plainly what George wants to know? The answer will reveal to Meg's many truths that science and math cannot, and the gift she thought she was giving to her brother, the story behind Narnia, turns out to be his gift to her instead, hope. So I think that this would be a perfect option, especially for those that are fans of Narnia. And I am definitely going to try my best to get to this one this year because I have had it since last year, I believe. And I've been really, really excited about it when I first saw it come out because I love Narnia. Then the next books I don't have with me, but I would like to get possibly through the library or online. So I will go ahead and start off with a Kristen Hanna recommendation, which is Comfort and Joy. This one I think has been seen around for a little while, but it is focused on a Christmas romance. She goes on a trip and she's recently divorced. She ends up in the Olympic rainforest where she ends up meeting Bobby, who is 6 years old and just lost his mother and is having to deal with facing his first Christmas without her. And unable to handle the loss, Bobby has closed himself off to the world, talking only to his invisible best friend. His father, Daniel, is beside himself, desperate to help his son cope, yet when the little boy meets Joy, they're two unlikely souls from a deep and powerful bond. So it sounds like great grief representation and a beautiful, heartfelt story. As we all know with Kristen Hanna, she knows how to tug at your heartstrings and make you cry, so I am sure that this is, without exception, going to make us cry. The next one I have on my list is The Last Christmas in Paris by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. This is a romantic Christmas novel that spans from 1914 to 1918. During World War I, Last Christmas in Paris explores the ruins of war, the strength of love, and the enduring hope of the Christmas season. August 1914, England is at war as Evie Elliott watches her brother, Will, and her best friend, Thomas Harding, depart for the front. She believes, as everyone does, that it will be over by Christmas when the trio plan to celebrate the holiday among the romantic cafes of Paris. So a Christmas romance novel in Paris sounds absolutely beautiful and a good one to read this Christmas. That one is definitely high on my list. And then next I have Waiting for Christmas by Lynn Austen. Lynn Austen is one of my favorite Christian historical fiction authors, and I'm ashamed to say I have not read this one yet. So this is definitely high up there for me. But this one says, in the hope-filled Gilded Age Christmas novella from best-selling author Lynn Austen, the year in 1901 and the hustle and bustle of the holidays is descending on New York's First Avenue. Then on the first Sunday of Advent, winter winds bring change through two unlikely means. A young orphan boy hiding near Adelaide's front steps and a seasoned housekeeper who seems too good to be true. Sounds really good, and I know if it's by Lynn Austen, it is going to be a really great read. She does such a good job with historical fiction, and I absolutely love her books. So then next is a little bit of a different one. This is Mr. Dickens and His Carol by Samantha Silva, a beloved, irresistible novel that reimagines the story behind Charles Dickens's Christmas classic. Charles Dickens is not feeling the Christmas spirit. His newest book is an utter flop. The critics have turned against him, relatives near and far hound him for money, while his wife plans a lavish holiday party for their ever-expanding family and circle of friends. Dickens has visions of the poorhouse, but when his publishers try to blackmail him into writing a Christmas book to save them all from financial ruin, he refuses and a serious bout of writer's block sets in. So then I believe he travels to London. I might be incorrect on that, but I believe he travels to try to cure his writer's block. And then the next one I have is Christmas with the Queen by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb again. And this one is obviously about the Queen of England, so that had me so intrigued. The Crown meets When Harry Met Sally, which is such a perfect combo, like sign me up. And in the latest heartwarming historical novel from Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb, best-selling authors of The Last Christmas in Paris, Meet Me in Monaco, and 3 Words for Goodbye, December 1952, while the young Queen Elizabeth II finds her feet as the new monarch, she must also find the right words to continue the tradition of her father's Christmas Day radio broadcast. But even traditions must evolve with the times, and the Queen faces a post-war Britain hungry for change. Christmas Day, December 1957, as preparations begin for the royal Christmas at Sandringham House in Norfolk, old friends Jack Devereux and Olive Carter are unexpectedly reunited by the occasion. Olive, a single mother and aspiring reporter at the BBC, leaps at the opportunity to cover the holiday celebration, but even a chance encounter with the Queen doesn't go as planned. And Olive wonders if she will ever be taken seriously. Jack, a recently widowed chef, reluctantly takes up a new role in the royal kitchens. As the nation eagerly awaits for the Queen's first televised Christmas speech, there is one final gift for the Christmas season to deliver. So a romance mixed with the Queen Elizabeth historical aspect. I just love this. A chef and a single mother aspiring to be a reporter. That sounds like such a fun matchup. Okay, and so then the last one I have is The Christmas Bookshop by Jenny Colgan, and this takes place in Scotland. Carmen moves in and takes the job, thrown rather suddenly into the inner workings of Mr. Macready's ancient bookshop on the picturesque streets of historic Edinburgh. Carmen is intrigued despite herself. The store is dusty and disorganized, but undeniably charming. Can she breathe some new life into it and in time for Christmas shopping? What will happen when a famous charismatic author takes a sudden interest in the bookshop and Carmen? And will the Christmas spirit be enough to help heal her fractured family? So a Christmas bookshop set in Scotland, beautiful, sounds like such a good Christmas read and has all of the vibes. And then I went ahead and threw this in here, Little Woman. I mentioned this last year, but I'm going to throw it in this video because I thought that I should always include this in here because I do know that often people love to read Little Woman around Christmas time. It has that in it, and it is just the perfect cozy vibe for that time of year. So this would definitely be a great read. I still need to read Little Woman. I've only watched the movie, and so I've been wanting to read this for Christmas almost every year and have yet to get to it, and I probably won't this year either. But if you're looking for a Christmas vibe historical fiction classic, this is definitely your best bet. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that you were able to find something that you would like to read in December. Please let me know in the comments below if you have any other great historical fiction recommendations that would be perfect for Christmas time. And until next time, friends, remember to read what inspires you. Bye!